Shalom, this is GMS 100 Sit-Downs coming back with the lesson. First off and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakar Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect out there spreading this word in sincerity and the truth all over the four corners of the earth. Gone. So this is another news update. Did quite some videos concerning these vaccinations. You know, ever since summer 2018, they've been pushing this anti-vaccinate people rules in Holland, Europe, and they said like we gotta protect the vaccinated children from the unvaccinated children, which doesn't make any sense. You know, then they said they wanted to do something about the numbers in June. Made a video about that. They want to do wanted to do something about the numbers, the number of people that don't vaccinate their children, because it's really an issue for them. And then in around December, I made another video. They said they are not gonna give the full amount of money to single mothers for their children, like child tax or some child support money that they receive from the government here in Holland. They wanna lower that money that they give you when you don't vaccinate your children. So they're looking for all kind of ways. And now this morning I woke up and I read this article, and yeah, it's no coincidence, man. They're really working hard. They're really pushing these vaccinations. You know, because within these vaccinations, you got certain how you call that? You got certain damn, I can't find the word, man. You got stuff in those vaccinations that will activate when a certain gas or poison is loosed in the air. For example, when you look at that movie I Am Legend, all those people took vaccinations against that rabies, right? Those people that took those vaccinations, they thought they were safe. But then after a couple of years, that vaccination had a side effect, which basically turned them into a bunch of zombies, man. You know, so you always see Esau coming out with some shit, and then 10 years later, 7 years later, Esau be saying like, oh shit, that thing that we used back then was poisonous, and we just found out. You know, so you can't trust the devil, man. He is a liar from the beginning, just like the scripture says. You know? So, for example, if you look at the effects of aluminum and mercury, if you look at the top image, you can click on it. I'm not gonna click on it because you know these devils, they're gonna flag my video. You know, so you have to check this video, man. Aluminum and mercury. If you combine these things together, a tumor is gonna grow from nothing, man. That thing that you see there, it's gonna grow from nothing. It's just gonna grow. It's gonna rise, and it really looks nasty. You know, if you look at it only, man. But that's what happens in your body. Because why? They spraying chemtrails which are filled with aluminum. They vaccinate you with mercury. You're breathing in the aluminum, and this chemical reaction is being formed within your body, which causes diseases and tumors, cancer. So they want to make you sick. They want to depopulate humanity, just like Bill Gates said. He said the vaccinations were made for depopulation. So that's the depopulation that they are trying to target, because the devil knows that he has but a short time. And what's on the agenda of these devils? Depopulation, man. Bringing the world population down to 500 million. And now we are 7+ million people upon the planet Earth. But he wants to bring down that population to 500 million. So they are taking extreme measurements. And of course, a fine to pay if you don't vaccinate your children. Because what's better for these devils than to get money out of it too? So this is blacklisted news. And it says Germany's health minister proposes a 2,790 euro fine anti-vaxxers charge. So basically that's the fine. So you almost got to pay 3,000 euros if you don't vaccinate your children. Now let's say you have 3 children. Okay, that's 3 times 3,000, man. That's almost 9,000 euros, man. It's almost 10,000 euros, man, for not vaccinating your children, which is a choice that you yourself can make as a parent. You're supposed to be able to make that choice, without any side effects, because now they are influencing your choice. Your choice, man. Which is basically a false influence. It's deceit. Just like Esau be charging or finding products that push out false commercials that might push you into buying, while it's not completely true what they are pushing. The same with these vaccinations. This is what the government does himself. The government does it itself. So it says Health Minister Jens Spahn is proposing a blanket fine for any parents of unvaccinated children. The fine runs up to 2,500 to 2,790. He also suggested banning unvaccinated children from all kindergarten and daycare facilities to protect those who are too young to vaccinate and those with medical conditions to prevent them from being vaccinated. Well, too young. That's the biggest bullshit, because a child. When my son was born, when he was a couple weeks old, they already sent 12 letters for 12 different vaccinations to my house, man. 12 letters of 12 different vaccinations. They send it to my house. Talking about he needs to be vaccinated as soon as possible. He was like maybe 8 weeks, maybe 8 or 9 weeks. So what are you talking about too young? When he was that age, he wasn't even going to the kindergarten yet. So what child is too young to be vaccinated here in this wicked kingdom, man? No child is too young for them, man. Plus, they did a study on how much it affects children, vaccinations. Giving one vaccination to a baby is like giving 36 vaccinations to a grown adult at the same time, injecting him with that fluid. That's the comparison of giving vaccination to a baby, man. But that's what they be doing, man. And then they be sending you 12 letters, and if you don't want it, you gotta pay like 3,000 euros now. Well, that's what they want. Plus your child cannot go to the kindergarten, to the daycare. But then how is the mother gonna go to work? Now she gotta find for another solution, man. If the man has a job, but then the woman can't work, it's gonna cause problems in the house, man. Because nowadays you can't support. Damn, man. Nowadays you can't support the house as a man on your own, man. Took the wrong exit. Nowadays you can't support the house on your own by yourself as a man. You can't do that, man, because it's too much money. It's too much to do that by yourself. Plus that they won't give you a high loan when only you are the one making money. They want both. They want money from both sides. They want to secure themselves on both sides, the woman and the man. You know, so this straight up, man, this straight up is something, again, you know, the devil doing his thing. The devil, you know, busy with his treachery, his deceit, his malice. You know, like it's written in the book of Micah. Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Exactly, it's in the power of their hand to straight up tell you, like, listen, if you don't vaccinate your children, if you don't inject them with this poison that we have specially designed for you, because it is specially designed for Jake. You can look it up, man. You can look it up. These doctors themselves said people or children from South American, Middle American, or West African descent, they need to get a higher doses of these vaccinations for it to work. But that's because Jake is stronger, man. Jake is stronger. Plus, they want to destroy Jake. They don't want to destroy their own nation. They don't give a shit if it happens in the process. But they don't necessarily want to destroy their own people. But they are doing it. Sometimes they're mixing up the vaccination that is supposed to go to the Jake child. They're mixing it up with the vaccination that has to go to the Edomite child. Then the Edomite child gets the Jake vaccination doses, and he straight up dies, man. Next day, dead. He dead in his sleep, man. You know, that shows you how fucked up all this nonsense is that they're trying to give our children, and that they are trying to give us. It's really fucked up, man. So, they are devising iniquity upon their beds. They are looking for a way to push their agenda, depopulation. You know, not only that, but also the pestilences. If they inject you with something right now, and they're pushing out a virus a couple of years later that activates that material that they put in the vaccination that you had, then it's a straight up outbreak, man. They can create an epidemic, a pandemic. China had a virus or a bacteria. Yeah, China created the virus in the laboratory, and there was a news article wherein China said, like, Britain and America want to have this virus, but we are not even responding to them, because there's no way in hell that we're gonna give this virus to them, because it can create a pandemic. But this is the devil. I understand these Moabites, man. You won't give a virus that can cause a pandemic into the hands of the devil that did rape, robbed, and murdered the whole earth, man. No way in hell you gonna give that virus unto them, because they're gonna mess you up, man. They really gonna mess you up, man. Plus, these things can be used in war too. It's called biological warfare. Biological warfare within nation against nation, but also government towards the people, man. Towards Jake. Because that's what it's all about, man. It's all about Jake. This is Psalms chapter 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, which are these banker families, man. The Bilderbergs, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. Their counsel is what decides these things, man. Donald Trump is a puppet. All these people in the Senate are puppets. You know, the Democrats and the Republicans are all puppets. Whatever the elites want to happen, that happens, man. They ain't got no voice. They ain't got no voice in the parliament, man. The only voice that counts is that agenda. So they know that they have but a short time, like it says in the book of Revelation. The devil has come down knowing that he had but a short time. So he's pushing all these things. He's showing in the news, he's putting it straight in your face, the measles, black measles, the black plague is back. The apostles made a video about it, that people are being quarantined and stuff like that. Then they're pushing out these vaccinations, majorly out there for you to take them. If not, you get fines. You know, you don't get child support. These women, you know, these females be bugging out if they hear that. That's their new weave, man. That child support is their new weave. So these females be bugging out. They looking for all kinds of ways for Jake to take these injections, for Jake to take these vaccinations. And if they take it, you know, they will be able to start off all kinds of shit, man. Like I said, they're able to start out a pandemic, cause diseases within the body. They're able to basically straight up kill, murder the baby, especially Jake that gets this high ass doses. So that's what they're doing, man. They're devising all these things. They're meditating upon their beds how to basically keep rape, rob, and murdering the whole planet Earth, man. That's why in the book of Revelation, it shows you that he is the destroyer of the earth, man. Verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Yeah, these crackers, they don't fear for that, man. They don't fear what they are doing against the children of the Most High, man. You know, even though they're also doing it towards the wicked of our people. The Most High is not gonna take this lightly. You know, the Most High doesn't take these things lightly. The Most High is gonna recompense it within their bosom, man. The Most High is gonna give them pestilences. The Most High is gonna kill them with the sword. The Most High is gonna kill them by famine, which famine is a fucked up way to die, man. Pangs in the body, hunger pains, you know, that are unstoppable. Hunger pains that are unstoppable, man. But then again, their ass is gonna go in slavery too. You know, so the recompense is coming. But for now, these devils be busy. You know, pushing these methods wherewith they can, you know, force you to take these vaccinations and push it upon your children too. You know, so with that, I'm gonna say, Kala Lahim, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Kakadash. Shalom to the elect.